Hey guys, what's up? Jimmy here with another Lots of Games video. So it's been almost 6 months since the Project Scorpio or the Xbox One Scorpio was revealed. I can't believe it's almost been 6 months since we had the most recent E3. And this has been an interesting thing in terms of 4K gaming. There's a lot of people that believe that the Xbox Scorpio will not be able to play games in 4K, native 4K, but there's a lot of people that do believe that the Xbox Scorpio will be able to play 4K gaming natively. Now, there's a lot of wording thrown around. A lot of people say 4K gaming, 4K gaming. You know, of course, the Xbox One S, which has been out for a long time, it upscales games to 4K, but there's a difference between upscaling and playing games natively. One individual with PlayStation, Mark Cerny, has done some really legendary things. He has quite the career, and I believe the guy definitely knows what he's talking about. But it's interesting what he said. He said that to natively play games in 4K, you would need a minimum of 8 teraflops. And the Project Scorpio, extremely powerful, or Xbox Scorpio, does not have 8 teraflops. But the interesting thing that I definitely wanted to talk about with you guys is in terms of the power of the Xbox Scorpio, which is kind of interesting. I just really wanted to touch upon. According to the Xbox team, the Xbox Scorpio, their GPU is going to be as powerful or around as powerful as a GeForce Titan X graphics card. Some of you guys might not know what that is, but this is a graphics card, the Titan X. This is something that arrived, I believe, in March of 2015. And this is a graphics card today, which most people I don't think can afford. This is just to let you know, the Titan X graphics card is a 12. If you get it, there's a lot of places you can get it, but officially to get it and to not be price gouged, if you want to get the Titan X, you directly get it from GeForce or Nvidia. That is a graphics card that is $1,200, $1,200 US if you get it here in the States. That is a pricey. About half the price you can get a GTX 1080, which is an incredible card. But the Titan X is extremely powerful. And if you check out the review, say for instance you go to Amazon.com, people who actually have the card and have played with the card told you they can not only play games in 4K, but they can play pretty much any game or most games 4K at 60 frames per second. Now, the whole thing with that is if in fact Xbox Scorpio can have a GPU that is comparable to the Titan X, and if all the other components work together like they should, oftentimes you might have a really powerful gaming PC, but if the game isn't optimized well, this pretty much is going to be, playing at garbage frames per second. It's not going to do very well. But if they can in fact have a GPU that's comparable to the Titan X, and all the components work together like they should, yeah, I definitely think it's certainly possible for them to have their games play at 4K, the supported games play at 4K natively. And I would assume, I would hope that they would play at least 30 frames per second. I know that I know a lot of people go, hey, I want the ideal in a perfect world. I would like there to be my games played at 4K at 60 frames per second. That's what they would absolutely love, and that's what a lot of gamers would love, but we'll have to wait and see on that. It'll be interesting because the whole thing with, these more powerful consoles, sometimes you get some hiccups. With the PlayStation 4 Pro, you have games that, not a lot, but some games that actually perform worse on the PS4 Pro when comparing it to the PS4. Where some of the games are dipping below 30 frames per second. Hopefully that won't be the case. In an ideal world, the games will play natively at 4K, and that the people that invested in 4K televisions, everything will be able to work out. But guys, let me know your thoughts. If you honestly believe that the Xbox Scorpio will be able to play games at 4K natively, and if you are excited for the console, definitely let me know in the comment section below. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you later.